And so on our Advent journey we come to Mary, the mother of Jesus, who declares in verse 46 of Luke chapter 1, "My soul glorifies the Lord." Luke wrote his Gospel primarily as a discipleship manual for Theophilus, a high-ranking Roman official. His hard-nosed Roman worldview would have been challenged by Luke's Gospel in many ways, especially by its strong emphasis on God's concern for the poor and needy, people Theophilus might have held to be of little or no consequence. Can you imagine his eyebrows rising in surprise as he read that God sent a delegation of angels to announce the birth of his son to shepherds of all people? But before Theophilus got to the story of the shepherds, Luke has recorded Mary's song of praise, chapter 1 and verses 46 to 55. It was thought to be both beneath the dignity of and a waste of time for a rabbi to teach a woman. And the patriarchal Roman world wasn't much better. Yet here we find a young teenage woman who is not only highly favoured by the Lord, as verse 18 tells us, but who clearly has an insightful grasp of Scripture, a fact which becomes evident when you compare her song with that of Hannah in 1 Samuel chapter 2. Theophilus would have had to take note that the worship of this young woman was as valued by God as that from any man, and that his attitude to them might have to change. Matthew, in his own way, made the same point when he included the names of 4 women in his genealogy of Jesus, Matthew 1 and verses 1 to 18. Given that he wrote his Gospel in order to convince fellow Jews that Jesus of Nazareth was God's Messiah, he risked turning some of his traditional male readers off in his opening paragraphs. So, here's a thought. What preconceptions and cultural prejudices have I grown up with that are challenged, not only by elements of the nativity story itself, but by the Gospel as a whole? It would be telling were I to draw a blank, don't you think?